Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, and thank you for those of you who tuned in earlier today. Um, Honestly, I'm not too happy with the amount of progress that we made on fixing the overlay for new stuff, but it's a good start. I seriously overestimated the amount of stuff that we'd be able to get done relative to the amount of work that is actually required to make like a custom Twitch client from scratch. So I mean, I guess there's that, but we're making some good progress in the meantime. So I think our goal today is actually to finish Sulfur, or at the very least, the amount of content currently in Sulfur. I didn't realize how incomplete this game was when I first bought it. But as it turns out, there's still a lot of development left to be done, and the woods are kind of like our final frontier for the time being, at least as far as I'm aware. We're looking specifically right now for an oil that'll help us, we'll take reload oil, get infinite ammo on our shotgun. RPM or bullet drop. I don't think any of these wobble. Yeah. Alright, so none of these are particularly good for our purposes, so we might just leave the shotgun for, another time. Last time we were here, we got the chest of drawers. That was kind of like our big milestone. Other than that, I don't really think we've got, too much going on. Let me just get some of this shit out of my inventory real quick, and then we can get a move on. This is, now that I'm thinking about it, we should probably move our clothes into the drawer. I feel like it's a little more suited for that. Although it doesn't nicely fit 2x2 items, which kind of disappointing. Bop, 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 bop. Bop, 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 bop. Our shoe collection. Oh, that might be a little bit of an issue, actually. Hold on. And then I guess we can just throw all these in here. I don't know whether we're going to need the sunglasses where we're going. I might keep them just in case. Maybe we do like one run into the town and through the castle and whatnot before we go in, just to try and get some more shit crafted. But I mean, honestly, at the same time, like, we're kind of killing it in terms of healing items and everything. Like, we're more or less ready. This might actually be a fairly short stream. If it is, I don't know. I guess I'll go back to working on the overlay a little more. I also have some stuff I could get done. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. Screw it. Maybe we just go. What's our ammo looking like? We should probably grab a little more. Don't need 9mm. Oh, no. We're actually kind of fine on ammo. But maybe we can grab some, maybe we can grab some robot parts. Yes, sir. We'll take the repair kit, too. Can't really go wrong with it. And I don't think we're going to be needing... anything else. At least for the time being. Did we throw out all our rocks? I mean, I wouldn't blame myself for having done it. It's not like... Yeah, I think we might not have any. That's unfortunate, but we'll keep some robot plate in here, and maybe we'll try and bring one out, assuming we live. We have the repair kit, but this is mostly for our Ploika. All our primary guns are nice and repaired. Got everything nice and repaired since last time. Feeling good about it. Our Ploika, I think, is going to carry us through this one because at least from what I've seen, this is a fairly aim-heavy boss. And by that, I mean to say, like the motherfuckers... Oh, wait. That's not great. I did everything except charge the amulet. Damn, that's really bad, actually. Alright, so, we mean it this time, I guess. Damn, I should have brought, like, real armor, dude. What am I doing wearing the Santa hat? We're cooked. Alright, so... I don't even know if there's, like, an amulet charging station in this area. I haven't had the need to go and find one yet. We'll get the Carl Oscars. I don't know... Large, bolete mushroom, origin of name unknown. Okay. Off to a smashing start. Kind of good that there's rod stop everywhere, though. I mean, I don't know what I would have done otherwise. What? Give 0 poison for 60 seconds. I'm not quite sure if there's anything really we can be doing with that. A lot of mushrooms out here. Let's throw this away. I'm not... Oh! Oh, shit. Alright, so they kind of took me by surprise. We're doing, like, pitiful damage to these motherfuckers, though, which is kind of concerning. I feel like we gave it a decent spray and it just wasn't enough. But I guess there's kind of our one and only warning to be wary of trees, I guess. Not too happy. Easy oil. There's all this rod sop, but like nowhere to cook it in. What the fuck was that? Oh. I'm not... I mean, I'd have to assume that the explosion alerts enemies to where we are. Right? Like, that would be... That would make the most sense. But at the same time, there's, like, so much jank with this game's, detection systems and whatnot. I can't... Ooh. Can't be sure. We're really not doing alright. I guess we can, like, kind of eat this for, like, minimal health. Oh, holy shit, dude. Okay. Think we're alright. Ooh. Alright. Walnut. Good, good, good. Can we eat the walnut? 5 health over 5. Not great. 1 health over 10 seconds is... Like, why even? Potato. I mean, I guess we could have cooked it later, but at the same time, like... There's rod sop everywhere. If we find anywhere to craft shit at, like, we're already having a good day. Berries. Berries could be good. 10 health over 10 seconds. I like that a little more. Ramen. I like that a lot, actually. But we'll save that for now. That's a little much for our relative blindfold. I mean, I don't know what I was expecting, really. I guess that might be good for... I don't know if they ever add Medusa. And that's our way out. Okay. Well, I mean... it could have been worse. Although, we're going to have to make it through 4 of these, which is a little worrying. I'm thinking that, like, our strat in general is going to be, like, total exploration, because it seems to me that this is the sort of area where, like, you're more or less intended to miss, like, a good proportion of what each stage has to offer, but we really do need to, at least find something to craft with, because my inventory is chock full of fucking rod sop. I guess we don't need this, and we really don't need the Molotov as far as I'm aware. Okay, so I think disturbing the trees is a bad thing. It's just, I don't yet know why. Alright, well, so much for being quiet. So they seem to be able to shield themselves, which is concerning, because I don't know how we're meant to get through that. I would guess that maybe we're supposed to be able to, like, they're supposed to be vulnerable to status effects, so this would be like, I don't know, I guess a check, per se, to see if you brought one, or like a gun that deals status damage here, but... Well, there's a campfire at least, so we've got something to cook at. And plenty of rod sop to cook with, that's for sure. Like, this is kind of the scariest part to me. Like, this is the equivalent of a college professor telling you that it's going to be an open note exam. Like, the notes aren't gonna fucking save you. Frugal oil, no, and yeah, so those 2 oils are kind of garbage. If we find someone we can sell them at, I'll be sure to take the first opportunity. I won't lie, the fog that this game seems to, like, force upon you is kind of a little irritating. And not necessarily, like, because of the atmospherics and whatnot. It's just, like, it's ever present. Like, even in the town, where I don't really think it has any business being. Like, out here, I guess it kind of makes sense, you know? Like, it's nighttime. Like, I can kind of justify that. I can rationalize that in my head. In the caves, yeah, like, I guess it's dark, and I don't really have a headlamp or anything, but... You know, in the town... And, I mean, I would have to assume that in Sulphur, of all places, like, we don't really have a typical day-night cycle either. We just have what light we have. So. Okay. I do kind of like the more open-ended nature of this area, though. Despite the fact that it's, you know, almost sure to get me lost, like... Just having the ability to kind of explore in a non-linear fashion is, I think, kind of a first for this game. It would be cool if they had more branching paths in the earlier areas. I feel like that's something something missing. I also feel that like there was kind of a missed opportunity with like the sewers and whatnot to have like little secret levels like Enter the Gungeon has. I mean, I'm sure that there's at least a chance we'll be seeing them you know, later on in development, but I want them now. I think we haven't explored this way yet. Lots of, like, little tents out here. But no one really living in them. I hear... I don't know if that's just, like, a strange instrument that I'm not familiar with, kind of, like, subtly in the background of the track. Or if what I'm hearing is, like, someone trying to kill me and just not being very sneaky about it. I don't think we're going to, I don't think we're going to rustle up the trees, take any chances with it right now. Unless we absolutely have to. I gotta say, this place is, like, really, really good for, really, really good for oil farming. Like, we've got a ton. I mean, it's been pretty decent for rod sop, too, but... You know. I like the kind of more... Like, this is one of the better soundtracks in the game, I think. They're all pretty good, but... I like the way they're hitting the piano. Don't think I've been this way yet. The closed chest would suggest not. I guess we can wear the combat boot over the genie shoe for the time being. The combat shoes actually give us, like, probably one of the most significant movement speed buffs. Just based on the fact that they also make it, like, that much easier to move while using a gun. Oh, shit. 3 of them, huh? Ooh. Alright. Bad places, bad spaces. I wonder if these... Okay, well that took care of him. It doesn't seem that bullet penetration lets me through their armor. Oh, and that's rather concerning as well. We have a suppressor on this. Okay, so maybe it does? Ooh! Ooh, that was almost bad. Well, I guess what fun would it be if we didn't, Damn. Like, really, what am I supposed to do about this guy? I genuinely don't think that we've seen a single enemy take so much damage. Much less demand so much ammo. Jesus. Our Ploika's already, like, a third broke. What I should have done was I should have used the health kit we got. Damn. They really are nasty motherfuckers. Unknown. Not really kitted out, and thus not great for our purposes, but I'll take it nonetheless. Nut mix. That'll bring us up. I could have used the Nutella. I could have used, like, literally any other food item. Although I guess we were at 1 HP, so, you know. Could have been worse. Could have been a lot worse. I feel like that was also supposed to be, like, sort of an aim check enemy, and I just don't get it. No clue which way we're supposed to go, though. I guess we've got the opportunity to, we're one short. Well, we'll take it back then. Eat the Carl Oscars, I suppose. Repair kit? They're giving us, like, tons of repair kits. I mean, I guess by now you're expected to have guns that the limiting factor is their durability and not necessarily their ammo. Granted, I am also using armor that's more or less meant to max out our luck. So I don't know. Maybe it's just how the drop table is. Pineapple grenade. Well, I can switch you out, and then I guess we don't really need the sulfur grenade now, do we? We don't need cross skin either. I wonder if in, like, the sulfur lore, it's supposed to be the case that, like, goblins exist in, like, for lack of a better word, the overworld? Or, you know, they're just native to sulfur and we're kind of chilling. I guess we should cut this grass down and be, like, thorough, considering our previous encounters. Walnut. Crawflash we can't eat yet. What do we want to get rid of? Peanut. I'm just getting as much rod sop as I can manage so that, you know, when we happen across another campfire thing, we were already down there. And we were up here, too. Huh. Weren't over here, though. So... what kind of tricks do they think they're playing on me? We've been this way? The grass would suggest not. Alright, so let's see if I shoot you in the head. They do take a lot of bullets to the head. Not that I've been, like, particularly good about upgrading our corpse maker's damage. I guess we really do need to start, we really do need to start building around, like, getting damage output, but, you know, problems for later, I guess. Get rid of the unknown. Boulder oil might be good for the Ploika. I did say I wanted to start giving it more damage, and 20% more damage doesn't seem like it'd be a bad bump. Easy oil, damage, loot chance, no. Let's see. Long shot oil. I feel like we can get rid of long shot oil. The rest is kind of just, you know. The rest is kind of just rod sop or shit we're going to need to repair with. Or for. Or, you know. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying anymore. I'm still, like, not entirely sure what these spider webs are for. I wonder if we can, like, infinitely spawn enemies in a stage by just, you know, sitting there and doing our thing. Rod sop. So, this is another thing. I want to make sure, because we haven't seen any, like, cracked secret rooms or whatever since the caves. And I feel like if there was anywhere that they were going to reintroduce those, it'd be here. Although maybe I'm just tripping. Reuse mushroom asset, very cool. Okay, I don't know what the purpose of that was. Although I guess it provides us an alternative way of getting around if things get too hot. Oh shit. Speaking of things getting a little hot. Ah! I think we're just going to take the L on this one. Coyote time wouldn't save us there, I guess. Maybe it is that they take, like, extra damage when they're diving at us. Like, I'd have to assume. The way these trees came down is fucking creepy as shit. They've got like an AoE attack and ooh, a stream I can finally join and bring my questionable commentary to. It's okay. My commentary is questionable too. Ooh! I really don't want to get poisoned right now. That's kind of our big thing. Got his ass. Jeez. Hey, how you doing? Long time no see. Oh, wait. Is my mic muted? Yeah, for the first time in, what, I guess a week. I don't think for the first time in a while, I don't think there was any gameplay between Silver streams. We went to the forest, or no, we went into the castle last time, and then I kind of just came here afterwards, because this is really, I think, the last thing we have to do prior to beating the game as it is right now. Yeah, well, I mean, we're not too powered up. Like, this isn't... Oh, wait, hold up. That might be it. Ammo consume chance, more bullet drop. Oh, no. It's not. Santa coat. Does the Santa coat provide luck? No. So what's the switch? You almost done with the game? Yeah, so we're pretty close. This is the last area, and the last boss is a tree. I'm not going into this one blind. I kind of know what we're doing because I've been watching like whenever at the end of the streams when I raid people, I typically try to stick around for like 30 minutes, stay in their chat, you know, see how things are, all that good stuff. And I've been seeing a lot of like spoilers, which I'm fine with. I've never been one to like mind really. I guess we just eat the rod sop and... but, yeah, the tree is the last boss that's currently released right now, and it's kind of interesting in that it's the only boss that I think, thus far at least, has a real, like, aim check, as in... Tanker helmet? As in, like, we need to be precise with where we're landing our shots and whatnot. Or more precise than usual, I suppose. Just set fire to the tree, easy. Well, I mean, that's... How do I... It's an interesting proposition, and I guess it's not as obvious as it would first sound. Because this tree, as far as I've seen, has damage immunity on most of its body, right? So, like, we have to hit it specifically in the eyes. And I'm thinking that maybe a status effect would be a good way to get around that. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if it's, like, immune or anything. But, we'll get there. Hold on, I'll hear what you said after this 1-minute ad. Oh, yeah! God damn it, man. I'm sorry. I have them as short as I can. At least as short as I can without having pre-roll ads. Which, I mean, apparently Reese, last he was in stream, let me know that the pre-roll ads are still rolling for the first 30 minutes of each stream. Which isn't great. I might actually, like, start manually scheduling the ad breaks just so that I... Oh, wait, you can't hear a word I'm saying, can you? Fuck. I forgot that the ads also, like, take over audio. I'm fucking stupid. Yeah, okay, so... The last boss is damage immune for most of its body. Like, we have to specifically hit it in the eyes. And I assume that because it's a boss, it's immune to status effects. Because some of the status effects that we can put on guns are absolutely, like, just rancid. Like, the worst. I don't know how they haven't been nerfed yet. So... I would have to assume that it's status effect immune, which means that, like, if I were to throw a Molotov cocktail at it and try and burn it to death, like, we wouldn't see results. But given that it's a tree, like, I don't know. Maybe the devs were really cool and thought about that. So this is the way we came from. This is kind of like... This level layout, I was talking about it earlier. Like, I think it's really cool now that we kind of have, like, a non-linear, we have a non-linear dungeon layout. Like, most every level in this game has been, like, kind of just go forward. But, like, now we actually get to, like, walk around and shit. Which is great, you know, for, gameplay purposes. Like... You know, I don't feel as though I'm being, like, pig-penned into one way of doing things anymore. But, on the other hand, I'm what you might call orientationally challenged. Is that a gun chest? And boy, does this involve a lot of orienteering. I wish they gave me, like, a compass or something. Although, I guess we do kind of have a good marker of where we've been by whether or not birds are trying to dive bomb the fuck out of us. I'm thinking that the real danger that these guys pose is, like, yeah, bringing their friends. I feel like their attack that's kind of, like, ruffling... Oh, shit. I feel like their attack that's kind of, like, ruffling up the trees and, like, having that area of effect is actually just getting more of them out onto the battlefield. I can't confirm that yet. I haven't really looked at the Wikipedia page for these enemies, but, you know. I brought this shotgun out assuming that it would make this whole ordeal a lot easier, but, alas. We don't seem to be getting any kills. Oh, shit. That's really not good. Okay, so the big boy, I know him to be a problem from other streams. And I guess, I mean, his size kind of implies, by default, what sort of shit he can do to me. I can live this? Oh yeah, no, I have... Well, maybe. The problem is that, healing items in this game... like, take time to heal you. Like, we don't have instant heals, so if I get, like, overrun enough, they will fuck me up. But, okay. I guess the Ploika is at least good for this guy. It wasn't really doing much to these other crows, which is kind of weird. You'd think that, like, these smaller guys would go down faster. Let's see how we're doing on durability. This is... Alright, we're both kind of... Both our guns are doing alright. I'm gonna have to... There's so much good gear around, I just don't have the means to pick any of it up. Anyway, how was work today? I haven't heard any crazy stories in a while. Has it been, like, mostly calm, or... Alright, you're gonna be my best friend for a little bit. Let's go back and get a little more of those mushrooms, just because I feel like we can't have enough healing right now. Dear. Earthworm, not really worth. It's been calm. My investigation was an illegal form of El Salvador. Oh. Oh! Was this one for law enforcement, or was this still for, I guess you guys contract out, don't you? I thought that, like, you guys mostly did insurance, although I guess I could see the law enforcement angle for blowing your own hand off. That video still lives in my head rent-free, by the way. I need you to... I might need you to, talk with my insurance so that I can get my therapy covered. I'm wondering if they heal when they do that. Yeah, alright. Ammo, we love, we take every time. It doesn't mind too. How to unsee. Yeah, that's... like, it just astounds me that you would have such little foresight. You know, like... You were lighting a fuse, and the thing the fuse was connected to was in your hands. How else did you see that playing out in your head? You know, like... I do a lot of stupid shit. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, and I'll gladly admit that, but, like... I mean, I wouldn't. You wouldn't catch me doing that sort of shit. I don't know, maybe it'll work out for him later in life, though, you know? He goes to a bar, he gets, Jesus. You know, the other thing that's, like, really weird about this sort of, area in specific is it doesn't play nice with my monitor. Oh. I think we mostly want to hit them in the air when they can't, okay. Ouch. We're kind of playing a little less cautious than I'd like right now, but that's okay. We have a lot of healing. He can get a mech hand. I've actually been thinking about that a lot lately. I don't think I've ever spoken about this, but, like, cryonics specifically, like, getting your body frozen and preserved is surprisingly affordable. I mean, I don't mean to imply that it's, like, cheap, but, like, if you look at it as, like, a lottery ticket for getting a res later, like, how much would you, like, realistically pay for that? Me, personally, I'd pay a lot of money for it. So, like, the fact that, I guess what, like, what, I think Alcor's prices right now are, like, $70,000, and they let you, instead of paying that lump sum, you can get a life insurance policy out, and use that to fund it. And, like, I think that's, I don't think that's a bad plan. I mean, granted, I don't think that it has a high, like, probability of paying off. Like, if we look at this pragmatically, like, you're getting your fucking body froze. What are the odds that the company is going to stay afloat long enough that, like, by the time they have the technology to bring a frozen body back? I was also thinking about becoming Iron Man as a daily muse. I want to start doing, like, crazy, I want to start doing, like, crazy Michael Reeves builds. I've been thinking, like, a lot about the sorts of, like, shitty kind of, like, I could solve this so easily if I just knew how to actuate a motor type problems I've got. Like, in my room right now, I've got, that tree moving over there, that's not a real tree. Anyway, in my room, I've got, like, blackout blinds, right? Which, you know, for the most part, they do a good job. But the problem with blackout blinds is that when you have them, waking up in the morning is such a pain. Because, like, the light doesn't really come in naturally. You have to, like, will yourself to get out of bed and, like, open the blinds. And then, like, the light starts coming in and you start feeling awake, you know? But, like, if I just had, like, an Arduino, a motor, and, like, I don't know, a way to plug it into a wall socket, I could probably solve that problem. I'm just too lazy. I have too many programming projects that are stacked on top of that. Alright. It's eerily quiet in this neck of the woods. I'm so happy we found this. So this is a slight upgrade to the Corpse Maker. It's just a little faster firing, and it has a little less spread by default. Oh. But that's, like, kind of huge, because spread is the difference between hitting headshots on these guys and having to dump our entire fucking magazine into them. Yes, in all seriousness, I'm thinking it'd be fun in the future to create, like, smart home stuff. Yeah, like, it seems like it would be easy as hell as long as... Oh. That's not great. I didn't expect to see one of those so early. And we really don't have a way to run from it right now, I don't think. We're gonna have to eat up. Okay. Well. I guess we found the solution to our problems. Rather expensive for... I can't program, but I can do electrical work thanks to my father. Yeah, I have a thing I'm working on right now with, Aiden. And what we're trying to do is, we're trying to make, like, seasonal depression lamps. Because, like, all of the lamps that are, like, on the market for that niche right now are very expensive, and looking at the actual constituent parts, I don't think they should be. So, like, we've been kind of looking at how to do that, and as a result, I've been like trying to learn at least like very, very basic parts of electrical engineering and like how to build a circuit. Just because like I want to be able to at least understand like, you know, some of the technical details behind what's being done. I'm mostly just working on the website storefront right now. Priming bolt. Priming bolt could be good. I had a reason to get one of those. I just forget what it was. But yeah, I've been kind of looking into how to get electrical or how, like, you know, basic electrical engineering stuff works. And I don't know. I don't find it to be the most interesting. But I mean, I guess that was always going to be the case because, you know, I'm all about the computers, baby. I never asked, by the way, what does your father do? Because, like, well, I guess I have you, like, crossed up with two other people in my head. At least in terms of, you know, father's occupations. I guess that's a weird way to, I guess that's a weird way to classify things, but... Alright, so... Maybe we put the genie shoe away for now, because this isn't really going to be of use to us. We can throw the priming bolt away if need be. She electrical on my engineering till I circuit. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, yo, Shane! First off, thanks for coming in. Love to see you. You trying to... Unless Charlie pings me, in which case I will be playing whatever, like, shit-ass Roblox game he's banned that guy. Oh, wait, hold up. I got it. I'm already all tabbed. Got his ass. Unless Charlie pings me, you trying to hop on Guild Wars tonight? If he does, I kind of want to... I've been hankering for nerds, and he's also talking about that new, like, blackjack-esque game. So I think I'll give that a try, but I don't forecast him hitting me up tonight. Let's fucking go. How am I gonna get back? Oh, here we go. So, we're running out of stash space, which is a little concerning because we literally just, unless I get convinced by my sister to go out tonight. Where would you be going? Also, where the fuck were you yesterday? Like, I didn't see you online at all. Which was, I mean, you know, not unpleasant, just surprising. That's one down. I think what we want to do is rechamber this to 762. Just get the more base damage off of it. Bard, no internet? Oh. Yeah, dude, the storm was fucking crazy. Like, it only lasted for like 30 or so minutes, but like, holy shit was it coming down. I'm surprised we didn't lose electric. I mean, we're kind of good on health potions. Looking around, like, we got 6 of those motherfuckers. We're living large. So maybe we just don't maybe we just don't deal with the rod stop right now. I do want to get to that weapon chest. I've got max luck and they're giving me fucking dirks. Oh shit. How it's been out since last night? What the fuck? I mean, don't get me wrong. I know the power company's shit, but like for a 30-minute storm, that's kind of crazy. $352 was quick. Oh. Yeah, I guess I really haven't gone out since it happened. I mean, I took like a little bit of a walk today, but that's really just around my neighborhood. I didn't really have cause to be driving at the time. Oh, she's got projectiles and shit. That's interesting. Their attack goes even past their death. I'm not too keen on that, but okay. A choice. Line down near Johnny's way. Did it take like the whole fucking pole down? Or was it just like a cable misplaced? I mean, I'd have to assume it took the fucking pole down if you only just got power back now. That's crazy, though. Waster oil? I don't think I've seen this one before. RPM, but no money. Hmm. Flicker, my old friend. Nice to see you again. I don't think we really... I guess there was no point in, like, bringing the holy water in. I don't think anything actually inflicts voodoo right now. But we'll get rid of this priming bolt. Yeah, no, I can hardly fucking believe that. There was a time that I was playing Rivals with Maya, and my power went out for, like, a split second. And it was like the middle of day, like there was no weather, no nothing. And like I was pissed as hell cuz like there was no fucking excuse. But I was driving around with my father later that day. I think this was when I was going to my grandfather's. That's not great. That's terrible actually. Hold on. I think I was going to my grandfather's to cut off your penis live. I mean, how much are you going to donate for it, though? Anyway, I think I was going to my grandfather's to help because he had... I want to say this was when his tire got popped for, like, the 3rd time in a week. So we were going over to help him patch it up. And what am I going to do with this combat boot? How am I going to, like, get this in my inventory? We're so full. Anyway, I found out later while we were driving on the road because, like, you know, I saw it. I saw the fucking line down. Some dude, like, ran into the power line with his truck, got his whole fucking front, like, bent up. His wheels were misaligned after the fact. It was great. It was just... So, I mean... I guess it's nice to know... It's probably mean to say, but I guess it's nice to know that someone was having, like, a worse day than me at that point. Like... $1? Dude, $1 to cut my dick off? You gotta do better than that, man. Alright, I think that we've more or less, like... cleared all the ads here though, so that's good. And we got our okay, so that's the door. I guess we just rush for the door. I don't really want to stick around and find out what horrors lurk with the woods. Damn, I keep losing my fucking train of thought. Like, I feel as though I feel like a 5-year-old that's, like, getting midway through a sentence and then falling asleep. I guess we consume... What do we drop for this? I guess the rod sop into... I guess berries. Yeah. What about $1 and a kiss on the cheek? That's tempting. I don't know. I feel like a kiss on the cheek's like a little too shallow of a gesture for the, for becoming like a reverse eunuch, or a converse eunuch, I guess. Eunuchs get to keep their penis, but they get the balls chopped off, right? Oh, chocolate mud cake's actually good. Hold up. We'll take that. For me, you shouldn't have. Or do they chop the whole fucking thing off when you're a eunuch? I feel like it's just the balls. Like, the whole point was just to make it so that you can't have kids, right? I mean, then again, like, ancient China was kind of crazy with it. I feel like the point of the eunuch is... Yeah, that's what I'm saying, but, like... Did they know what the purpose of the balls were at that point? Is kind of like... Is, I guess, what it comes down to. Oh, that's scary as fuck. An elite one of those things. Alright, well. Not as scary anymore, I guess. I don't know if I want to take this boss fight, actually. Googling it? Thank you. The world must know. I don't know if I want to take this boss fight anymore, though, because, like... Having the Fisk here kind of got me want to, you know, like... Sit down, slow my life down... Get out of the game and start a family, you know? Like, come on. Alas. I've got much to do and little time to do it. Alright, so I guess we just have to... I just guess we have to be quick on the T key if things start looking bad. What do I want to, like, get rid of for whole milk? I guess 2 more rod sop? Yeah, like, dog. The cloud around this clearing specifically? Okay, so these I knew about, and it was kind of my intent to build for, but alright. First phase down, that wasn't too bad, actually. Oh, shit. I take it all back. I should have got more ammo out of the stash. Now I'm thinking about it. Like, there was really no reason not to. Alright. He's kind of a pussy, though. And I mean, I guess the explosions are kind of helping us out a bit on the basis of, you know, doing the AoE damage. We just want to keep moving, I think, for this one. Oh, wait, is he shooting our bullets back at us? Were those mine? Alright. Wait. Oh. I mean, we're not doing too bad. The point... okay, so... Sometimes both, sometimes just the balls. The point was to keep them from violating palace women. Damn, that's kind of dark. I mean, that it was a... That was, like, a problem. I mean... I had always assumed that the point was just to make it so... Because, like... back at the time, like, one of the best ways to secure, you know, you're not being assassinated was to have an error, right? So if you were gonna make plays for the crown, one would want, you know, the ability to bear children. So I get, like, I had always assumed that the point of taking a eunuch's fucking balls off was to make it so that they could not have a dynasty, you know? Oh, that's a lot. I really don't want to get hit with any of those because I read in the Steam discussions, of all places, that the projectiles he shoots at you are, like, your projectiles just reflected back, and I think being hit with an explosive would, you know, hurt. MP3 player, Serial, and Beck 9. None of which I think are particularly good for our purposes. Although, I guess we could, take the MP3 player, eat the egg, put you there, Serial, yeah, okay. So, I mean, that's sulfur for the time being, I guess. I'll be cross-checking sources when I'm not in the car. I should have fucking known. Although, I mean, if you're gonna get pulled over, I feel like getting pulled over for having your phone out, checking whether or not a eunuch gets everything cut off is the most on-brand for you I can imagine it being. We'll get our shit repaired in a second, and then you can have this MP3 player. Got a lot of health potions. Don't know what to do with them. I don't think we have room in the stash, so we might have to just throw this shit in the fridge. Anyway, that was Terror Bomb. I mean, I don't really want to end the stream at this point, but, like, that is literally all of the content in the game. At least for now. I think what we'll do, I guess, is then we'll farm oil for the Mossman that I'm building. So that once the next update rolls around, we can, like, you know, have an awesome shotgun. And I guess we can also start building out our Fisk, too. Actually, hold up. Let's throw this shoe in here. I guess there isn't really a good way to fit it, though. Where are we gonna put this fucking shoe? We'll put it in the safe, I guess. The safe will just be our place for miscellaneous gun parts, I think, right now. You and you can come with me. 2 repair kits is great profit. I did not expect to be coming out of it with that. Did they nerf the dynamite recipe? Oh. Lol. My bad. I didn't see it go into my quick slot. Oh, dude, we got even more repair kits. Holy shit. I guess we have to take the wine out now. And I mean, we can put it in the fridge. I was mostly just using wine for, Jesus toast crafting, but, you know. 3 rod sop. Paper would be good. I want more nicotine. But we'll get to that in a second. Bolt oil can go. Stoic oil. Stoic oil, I think, is, like, terrible, actually, now that I'm looking at it. 0.3 spread reduction is just ass. Like, I don't know why you'd ever. Although, if we have a suppressor... Yes. We can suppress our Fisk. And that'll give us... legendary 1.25 spread. Which we can even further reduce with, other shit down the line, I guess. Yeah, that's so good, actually. And then I want my Ploika back. Let's repair all our shit, actually. We did kind of just get thrashed in there. I like how it costs so much to repair the Ploika because we have, like, oils on it. What the hell? Okay. Sorry. I got a notification that I needed to check. Let's see what else we're doing. I guess we could go back to the castle, but we don't really have any cause to. Like, the only reason I was playing around in there is because I wanted, Boulder Oil doesn't really do much for us. The only reason I was playing around in there was that bulk oil... We want mosquito oil, I think. That's what needs to go on the Mossman. We already have bulk oil. The only reason I was playing around in there last time was because I wanted to get the chest of drawers. Now that we have that, there's really no reason for us to go venturing in there. And I guess really no reason for the sunglasses. It's one of the, I think, the downfalls of this game that I really wish wasn't. Is that, like, for whatever reason, there's like, no real area-specific ingredients. Like, I want a reason to go back to the caves other than to recharge my amulet. I want a reason to have to go into the town. But, well, I mean, the caves does have a reason, I guess. There's the Hawkland dealer that we still have a dog eye just waiting for. But, like, you know, I don't think that's too substantial. Do we have any mosquito oil? I guess I've always kind of just skipped over it. Maybe we can buy some, though. Heavy oil, inherited kicker, vegan, vasectomy. Yeah, alright. No dice, though. So I think we're going to try and go... Our goal for this run is to go plus on ammo, 1. And 2... It'd be really, really nice to come out of it with mosquito oil. Or, alternatively, something crazy we can put on our Fisk. Also, we are going to be looking for 7.62 chambering. I already have a chambering kit, I think. I could have sworn I did. Where'd I put it? Damn. Well, this is what it is, I guess. Yeah, let's go into town, see if we can't get that oil. We have, like, way too many health items on us, but we also happen to have way too many health items in general. And, you know, I really just couldn't give less of a fuck. Although, I guess we could have brought the Fisk into this run and started leveling it up. I didn't really think about that. Maybe we'll start kitting it out as, like, a backup gun. Just in case we ever lose the corpse maker. Although this is really a hard game to die in, despite the couple of mishaps I've had. Like, as long as you're smart, you can get to pretty much any area with a charged amulet, and as long as you're like reasonably cautious with where you are, and you know, like not using the amulet, or not using the amulet when you're like already in an animation that's going to kill you, like, you really kind of have to try to lose your gear. Although, on that note, I am kind of curious as to how the church donation box works. I've seen other streamers imply that the donation box gives you money not based on how well your run went, but rather... Do we have water? I mean, I guess we could use the health potion, but I really just don't care enough. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so I assumed that you get money from the donation box based on how well your run went, but I've seen it said that it's actually dependent on what you lose, and I just have no way to confirm either way, and I'd really like to. We also, what I want to experiment with is this guy. Yeah, I guess last stream, I guess. We used his secret shop and sold him things. And they're still here. Which is interesting to me, because it implies that we can kind of use him as, like, stash storage. But I'm a little scared to, because I think it's a bug. Yeah, I mean, it's gotta be, right? I'll ask around in the Discord, I guess, because if it's not a bug, that could be, like... That could be some pretty good tech. I mean, don't get me wrong, you still have to buy back whatever you sell to him, and thereby put in his inventory. But, like, in general, being able to kind of have, like, your own items in a shop that you're not necessarily guaranteed to see, but, like, you know, there's a chance of seeing, especially when you really need it. I mean, I think that's pretty big, or has the potential to be at least. Not exactly doing the most safe room clearing, but it's really the best we can do without being able to lean around corners. I was a little too excited by the prospect of being able to grab ammo off the floor. Bad Planet Oil. Haven't seen that one before, I don't think. Bullets penetrate, but less jump power. Is that a Borderlands reference? Speaking of, has anyone seen the like Borderlands 4 thing? Like they've got advertising material out. They're charging $70 for that shit, which is insane to me. Like, I mean, I guess I just didn't want to believe that like the era of the $60 game was over, but like, for all of the games that you could be charging $70 for, Borderlands in specific is probably, like, after the performance issues with the last one, like, oh god. It doesn't even make sense. Like, they put de Novo on it and then, like, didn't release any DLC. De Novo gets cracked in, like, a day and a half. I mean, maybe they removed it at some point in, like, a post-launch patch, I never really, I didn't check in with it afterwards, but like, low-key, I don't trust Gearbox with anything after what they did with the Risk of Rain 2 launch. I only played the Borderlands prequel and 2, only the good ones. Yeah. I kind of regret never actually, like, getting into Borderlands 2. Well, I mean, I guess that's a strong way of putting it. Way back when we were in high school, Ryan M. was trying to get us to, like, do a Borderlands run. And I don't know, man, it was just... It felt like Destiny, but, like, with less excitement to it. Like, I could never, like, get into a good groove. I don't know what it is. Like, maybe it's the art style or something, but, I don't know. Maybe I just didn't get far enough to the point where, like, you know, what we were doing actually, like, scaled nicely and, like, you know, gave me that awesome gamer dopamine hit. But... yeah, I played with Ryan M. I hacked to get infinite keys, so I had fun. Yeah. Another thing that, like, I always found really weird about it was, like, they dropped so many options on you, like, off the rip. Like, there's a lot of stats that you have to keep track of. Like, they don't do the thing where, like, things are gated behind a level so that you actually, like, get a chance to acclimate yourself and, like, figure out what a build's doing. It's just like, yeah, fuck it, go for it. I don't know. Were the keys... How do I articulate this? Were the keys for, like, opening boxes, or... Like, I never got to the point where I think we actually had to deal with them. The story was funny, that's all I remember. Yeah, no, I've heard, like, great things about the writing of that specifically, although now that they've released the movie and it was ass, I'm not nearly as confident in their ability to make another such story. Alright, I think we got all of them. Hey, dude. Long time no see. And then we have Coco on us, so it doesn't even really matter. I think this is the first time that I've been able to craft, like, 2 cakes in a row off this guy. So we're opening the gun box. Alright. What really upsets me is that Borderlands 3, like, at least in concept, seemed to have, like, really cool weapon generation and shit. Like, it kind of reminds me, when it was described, it reminded me of Starbound, and, like, I was all about that procedural shit. Like, that's my jam. Alas. I feel like 98% of this game is just cracking open fucking barrels. Although, I guess now that I think about it, I'm gonna need to find a game to replace this game, because I don't really... Despite how much fun I have with this game, I don't really have any intentions of, you know, streaming, like, me just futzing around trying to, like, make different gun builds and whatnot. I feel like we'll just move on until Sulfur gets a content update, and then we'll get through it. Let's go. Oh, that doesn't look great. I don't like the prospects that I'm seeing up there. Alright, all brain, no eyeball. Rip. Okay, hold up. We're gonna need some bigger iron for this one. Never mind. I'm cracked. I'm goated. Update, I'm the best there is. Bread we can use. Oh! Here's what I need to do. I need to go back to the food guy and buy some cheese. I forgot. We need to make cheeseburgers. Yeah, no, but like Borderlands having the $70 price tag and whatnot, like that's I mean, I think that's outrageous, but like even worse is like the new Mario Kart. Like, bro, you're telling me you're gonna pay $90 for a game that they've been releasing for like 10 years in a row? And don't get me wrong, I love me some Mario Kart. It was my first DS game, dude. I spent like untold hours in that. But you're like everything about the Switch 2 kind of like pisses me off in general. Like, but we're gonna have $90 games, like that's horrible. Having like more or less the same everything as the regular Switch, that's horrible. The fact that like, you know, they took down a bunch of Switch emulators because it's more or less capable of emulating Switch 2 games, also horrible. Like, I don't know. I feel like Nintendo as a company is just getting worse and worse by the minute. Okay, it's so sad because I was never invested in Mario Kart, and when a fun one comes out, it's expensive. Yeah, I mean, look, hit me up any day of the week. We'll get on that Mario Kart DS Double Dash type shit. I'll hop on my main, Toad. We'll fucking duke it out. I'm just gonna Switch 1. People are telling me to get a 2, but I don't know. I mean, like, what realistically are you going to be playing on the Switch 2, though? Like, the only thing that could really justify it to me, because like I've been done with Pokemon for years. Like, I think what really did it in for me was how they did the Platinum remake, or not Platinum, I guess what, Brilliant Pearl and Shining Diamond or whatever. Like, those were probably, like, those are the games that I got the introduction to the series on. And they just did it so dirty. Like, that kind of burned me as an audience member. So, like, they can't really draw me in with Pokemon. I'm not, like, invested enough in Mario Kart to want to buy a $90 Mario Kart game, not to mention, like, all of the money that I'd have to drop on the console itself. And, like, Animal Crossing's fun. Animal Crossing's cute. I love me some Animal Crossing. But the last one, it took them forever to add fucking gyroids, of all things. And, like, the crafting system was cool, if incredibly tedious, and it took forever to fucking terraform. I had such cool plans for my island, and then they, you know, made it tedious as hell to do anything with. You read my message wrong. I'm getting Switch 1. I just want my Zelda games. Sorry. I gotta be a little better with that. I think the plan is, or I don't know. We'll work on it. We'll get a meta. Some of the people I've seen, like, take regular breaks to, like, pause the game and go through chat, which, I mean, I guess is serviceable, but I kind of, like, I feel like putting a break in the action like that, unless it's, like, kind of natural, is kind of weird. But at the same time, I still want to, like, you know, interact with chat. So I gotta find, like, a better balance for it. I've been told that emulating, whatchamacallit, what the fuck is it called? The sequel to Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom? I've been told that you can get, like, pretty decent frame rates, like, just on a regular computer. Although I guess that frame rate never really, like, mattered to you much to begin with, given that, like, you're on a 60 Hz monitor, so I guess you really wouldn't have, like, too much issue with the frame lag and whatnot in the first place. Alright. Oh, wait, hold up. Did he have cheese? I gotta, like, No cheese. Sad day. Do you have 2 flowers? No. If he did, I would have gone and gotten that sugar, and we could have maybe made more cake. But they have done a really good job of balancing like all of the healing items in this game, I feel. Because like there are the bigger recipes that are like more efficient in, you know, cost and actual like space for healing have the drawback of needing like all of your inventory space for the actual components. And I feel like that's a really interesting way to balance, you know, the items out. There's an uncapped frame rate mod for Breath of the Wild. Also, what's up? Yo, Cameron, what's going on? Good to have you. I mean, I didn't know the frame rate was capped to begin with. I had assumed that it was the actual like the actual like, you know, hardware emulation was just tanking the frame rate because, you know, you have to emulate a physical circuit. Or I guess, you know, do a little bit of fun translation on the fly for the assembly code. Not that that's all too different. I wonder why they don't have, instead of emulators, why don't they just have programs that can convert, like, you know, what, I guess the, what's it called? Jesus. I guess Switch runs on, like, ARM, right? Or at least, like, a derivative of. So, like, it's kind of weird that they wouldn't have, I guess you'd call it a transpiler to go from, like, Switch ARM to, I guess x86. And then, I guess after that, you would just need, like, a layer to emulate the syscalls. I've never emulated a game before, I'm gonna be real. I've had, like, moderate success with it. The problem is, every time I've emulated a game, it's been, like, either a DS or a Wii game. Both of which have, like, you know, fairly unique control schemes. So, fitting it onto, like, PC has always been kind of an awkward experience. Although, I'd imagine with the Switch and whatnot, it'd be a lot better. Because you can like, have is like pretty close to a regular Switch control scheme just by having, you know, a PS4 controller. Well, shit, I might need you to steal me to help this. Blah blah blah. I can't fucking read. The guys who worked at Dolphin are cracked. Didn't Dolphin... Oh, I guess I'm thinking of the Steam release. I thought they got DMCA'd. Glad to hear they didn't, though. I'm surprised they haven't, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Given that Nintendo's been taking down Switch emulators. Or, I guess, did at one point. I don't know if they're still trying to, do that shit. We don't really need to buy any scrolls or anything. Like, we have a stash full. Like, literally so full that I don't have enough space for any more scrolls. Although, I do want to sell the Grave Digger to you. Sell that, and that. Yeah. Still no mosquito oil. We're not getting as much oil as I'd hoped we would. When are you gonna throw gang signs to the mobs and use them scrolls? I mean, both of our guns right now have scrolls on them. Like, this has the explosive scroll on it, and this has, the railgun scroll. But, I don't know, like, it's difficult because I never know, like, how I want to build a gun. You know? Like, I think for the Fisk, like, if I was building it like this, I would just do an explosion thing, and then I'd use it for, like, weak point sniping like I do this weapon. But I feel like the Fisk is kind of deserving of... I feel like the Fisk is kind of deserving of a better loadout than this. Oh, ads. Fuck. I'll wait. Stymied by my own hubris. Got his ass. Alright, cool. That wasn't bad at all. No loot here. Camo jacket doesn't do us much good, and that's not robot plating. That's like actually that guy's whole ass arm. So I guess we just take these and run. Both trash guns. I gotta wonder who I pissed off to, like, get drops like these. Alright, and we're back. I think, right? Ads are over? Yeah, I have no idea what I was saying. We'll use the scrolls eventually. I have an idea for our Fisk build, but I wanna go through the Sulfur Discord and you know, see if anyone else has any crazy ideas. Otherwise, I think I'm just gonna put Crusader or Voodoo on it or some shit, and we'll do that. All this emulation talk got me wanting to go on a little nostalgia trip and play Fossil Fighters. 4 ads, I'm gonna kill myself. You need to hit up Reese, dude. Fossil Fighters was like his jam. I think Fossil Fighters was the game when I was originally getting my first DS game, which was Mario Kart. There was another game. Did that guy just shoot me? How mean. There was another game in, like, you know how they had the aisle at, like, Walmarts and whatnot that had, like, all the games in it, and they had it behind, like, protective glass, and you, like, needed to find a staff member to, like, get them to open it if you wanted to buy a game? So, like, when that was more or less the experience I had getting, like, my first DS game, and there was another, like, game in the cabinet, and I never found out what it was, but it looked so fucking cool. Like, the pixel art was crazy, and that's really all that need. If you have cool pixel art, I'm already in. Like, I won't lie to you, that's really all it takes to get my attention, even as a child. But Reese, like, a couple of months ago, started talking about, like, games from his childhood, and he was like, have you ever played Fossil Fighters? I'm like, no, what the fuck is Fossil Fighters? And he sent me the box art, and I swear to God, that was the game. I might, I don't know, because I don't know if I wanna, like, go through the hassle of emulating a DS game, especially if it has, like, you know, heavy reliance on touchscreen. But might maybe stream it, perhaps. I'll have to get my little drawing tablet out for the bottom screen emulation. I wish people were... I wish, like, console manufacturers... I wish console manufacturers still, like, did experimentation like that. Like, you know, with, weird control schemes and whatnot. Like, I feel like the Switch was fairly... Compared to, like, Nintendo's other ventures, like, the Switch is probably the most conservative console they've ever put out. You know? Like... I don't know. I feel like it left a little to be desired there in terms of, like, you know, a zany gimmick. Played the fuck out of Fossil Fighters. Played the second game to 100%. Was it that good? Finally found a use for the Steam Deck's touchscreen. Yeah, Jesus Christ, man. Alright, we can sell these. And modern technology oil can go. And we can sell the scroll of plague too, fuck it. Dum Dum can go. Perforate oil can go. Oat salt, yeah. Which one is the Wii U executed better? I think the Switch is what everyone wanted the Wii U to be. Which I guess is exactly what you're saying. I'm sorry. But, like, you know, when you saw that fucking tablet, you thought... But, I mean, like, even the Wii U, I think, was... Compared to Nintendo's other consoles, like, that's incredibly conservative. Like, that is literally just a controller with a screen on it. Which is, like, they just smashed a Wii U and a DS together. And they like thought nobody would notice, but I noticed. They're getting complacent, dog. So we got to send pipe bombs to their offices. For legal reasons, that's a joke. You know, like give me a console that is controlled entirely via like an exercise, like a resistance band. Give me a resistance band with, like, buttons on it that I can, like, whip around and damage more of my walls with. Like, that's cool as fuck. I don't want another, like, slab of screen that I can interact with. I don't want another, like, 4-button layout with 2 analog sticks and 2 left bumpers and 2 right bumpers and like... It was almost awesome. Give me a fucking flip phone. Give me a flip phone with a fucking trigger on it. Give me like that Serial Experiments Lane shit. Give me a RAM stick that plugs directly into my brain and sends me into fucking cyberspace and makes me get duplicated 8 million times. Guitar Hero controller. That's the other, like... Well, I mean, you know, maybe now that I'm saying, like, maybe now that you've said that, I have to revise my statement a little, because I think maybe they overdid it with the, like, extension port, I guess you would call it. Like, I don't know if there's an official name for it on the Wiimote. Like, they could have made fucking any controller in the world compatible with the Wii. They made a weird resistance band looking thing for the Switch. I know they did, and I give them props for it. And you know what? Labo was cool too. I'll say that. I'll give them that much. Labo, I mean, $200 for a piece of cardboard, I don't think is a reasonable price to be paying. I don't think it's a reasonable price to set, but it was like in concept, like that's awesome, you know. But yeah. I never got good at Guitar Hero, but man, Beat Saber, oh my god. When I first got my VR headset, like a year ago, Beat Saber was like the game I wanted. And I thought I was gonna like grind that for the entire fucking summer. I'm a little upset because like I've had my VR headset rotting in my closet for a while now. And I desperately want to use it. Because like... You could call me cringe for saying it, but, like, I had a lot of fun on VR chat. They had, like, Roblox games and shit. I was playing, like, The Plates obby. They had, like, Survive the Disasters and shit. Like, Beat Saber was fucking awesome. I desperately want to be able to use my VR headset. The problem is, there is no space in this fucking household for it. Like, I don't really know... I don't know what I was... Well, I guess I didn't end up... I didn't really, like, plan to be in such a small space. We just happened to be moving the summer that I got the fucking thing. But, you know... Someday we'll get fucking Sword Art Online full dive, and, you know, you guys won't hear from me again. Beat Saber fucks. So true. The only problem is that, like, it's kind of, like, actively hostile to modding. In that, like, every update breaks every mod. Which I wouldn't have a problem with, but, like, the modding scene seems to take forever to catch up, and because it's on, like, Steam updates, you have to update to play. And you can't, like, revert to an old version. At least not as of my last playing Beat Saber. Okay, so just come over, bring the VR, and then leave it, thanks. I can't help but feel as though there might be an ulterior motive to this course of action you've suggested. I can't quite put my finger on it. Yeah, no. But once I we're moving again, I think not to like it within a year maybe. Like we're actively looking for places right now. I don't think we're going to be moving too far out. But hopefully wherever we end up has a little more space for that sort of thing because I mean, in general, I'd like a little more space. I have like maybe what? We'll call that 5 feet-ish by we'll call that 20 and then we'll call that 10. So my point is I don't have a lot of space to even like be walking around in my room. My desk, which is incredibly small, takes up like basically the entire front wall. I mean, it was always meant to be sort of like temporary provisionings while we got shit sorted out, but you know. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, shit. Yo, you got up close. At least take me out to dinner first, like Christ. If your girlfriend looking at you with like 5 eyes, you know she's a keeper. That's what we're talking about, baby. That's what it's built for. That's what it's all about. This game needs achievements so bad, and I need to have gotten one for that. Oh, I was wondering why I was hearing a bomb in the water. Tube caviar. Take you. Blop, 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 blop. And we have cocoa already. And then we'll take ammo because I'd like to come out positive on ammo. Although we will not be. Now that I'm looking at it, we're kind of way behind on the economy. Making a ton of cake though. It's your birthday type shit. Oh. Oh dear. Does that remove poison? I'm gonna take that as ooh. I'm gonna take that as a yes. Is this one gonna explode when it dies? What? I can't fucking see! They also broke my elf shoe. Which is fine, I have a repair kit, but I don't really want to use it on the elf shoe. Bone. Oh, chocolate syrup's not bad. Anything good in here? No. Alright, so here's what I think we're gonna do. Where was that guy that was selling food? How did I walk past you? You're right here. We'll sell this, sell this, sell this, and maybe we just don't repair the shoe right now. I mean, I feel bad for not, and we probably should. Wait, hold up. Do you have paper? I know this is a weird question. Ah, yes. Traditional tobacco product dispersed into bloodstream through small bags you put onto your lip. They got Zins, bro. Just so happens to be what we need. Alright. Lots of shit going on. The Zinjamins. Little upper decker. I gotta wonder, like, why it is specifically that Zin took off. Like, we've had smokeless products for so fucking long. So, like, what was it about Zin's marketing specifically that got it, like, you know, into the hands of a bunch of college kids? Is it just because they were like they were using big bright colors when no one else was? Is that what the marketing trick is? We have to make this shit look like fucking abcmouse.com. Easier to hide and super potent. Yeah, but like, well, I guess yeah. If they are smaller packs, then it's not as obvious that it's in your lip. But like, you still like ultimately generate a ton of fucking saliva, which is going to make it super obvious that you have it in. And I don't know who you're going to be hiding it from in, like, university. Like, I don't know... Well, I guess I haven't been in high school to, like, find out. But I don't know any high schooler that's, like, popping fucking Zins under their lip. Also not gross like dip. But it is, like, functionally dip. People looking at you like you're Pavlov's dog. I mean, you kind of are if you're... I mean, I have nothing against anyone who's, like, using Zin as their drug of choice. I almost said Zig, dude. I'm too deep in the programmer rabbit hole. But, like... me when I shake a tin can in front of your face and make a pog face. It is, but it's like a mint. Look, man, I'll take your word for it, given your connection to the youths. Words I'll never say again. I don't know. I just still find it like fucking crazy that it took so long for like some smokeless product to catch on. Me taking 1 jillion health. Scroll of flamethrower. Spread, less bullet speed, more spread, less bullet speed, more drag, less force speed, less damage. So it's dog shit. What's even the point? See, this is what I'm saying. I said it in a previous stream, and like this kind of exemplifies it. This is a combination between the Dark Scroll and the Ember Scroll. And the Ember Scroll is really good. You can set people on fire with it, you can make your bullets explode, you can make your shit into a railgun, and then there's this. Like, nothing that Dark can be combined into is a good scroll. Except for maybe Chaos Strike, and even that's liable to get you killed. Like, that's just fun. Like, Chaos Strike is funny. Switching places with the enemies you shoot, like, you know, come on. But like this is dog shit. The Dark Scroll itself, minus 80% damage, and you get a chance to blind people? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't know what the... I think the devs are racist. I think the devs are secretly racist, and that's what's up. I'm cracking the code. There's a lot of fucking people that I just don't want to deal with, so we're gonna give them the hose. Trow of Disillusionment, Rust, Slope of Enlightenment, Zig. I would have no problems with Rust if they actually fixed their fucking compile times. Why? I think the game is... My recoil is negative? The flamethrower in zombies is also racist. I don't think that... Could you explain to me the reasoning behind that one? Like, I think I'm gonna need to see the proof for it. Wait. I think we're supposed to be... I think the Polika broke the game. Okay, never mind. So, okay, we have our recoil back. That's cool. Alright, we're back in business. I don't have anything to ward off the poison. Well, I do. I just don't want to use it. But we will. I mean, we have so many health potions, it's not even funny. And now we have access to the best rod sop farming area in the game. So, I guess it really doesn't pay to just hold on to it for no reason. My face when Rust C guys are literally building their own backend for WebAssembly. Really just to compile faster than LLVM at the cost of code gen. I mean, that's not going to make it any faster, though. I get that Rust has a lot, like, the compiler has a lot of responsibility in Rust, right? Like, it's, you know, we have the borrow checker and all that shit, and, like, it actually has to, like, do a lot of thinking. But, like, in general, I feel like it's kind of... Why am I on fire now? Why doesn't being in water put out the fire? I mean, I guess it is sewer water and there's liable to be flammable shit in there, but I still want to see my lawyer. Suing the laws of physics for breaking my leg after I fell. No, I am excited for Zig 1.0 though. I doubt I'll be using it. I'm like way too comfy with Golang now. So unless I need to be doing hardware programming, I don't think Zig's it for me, but do I want to do the castle? I mean, there's really nothing in there for us. This run has cost us more money than it's made us. Well, that's not necessarily true. We did make a fuck ton of cake, and that is fairly expensive. But I think we just call it here. We'll get our stash sorted out, sell what we need to sell, and then... I mean, I guess that'll be the stream. And then we'll have mostly crosscode next week. Although, and then I guess we replace this too, because we're kind of like done all of the content. So, I guess we'll do Baba as you next week too. Fuck it. I mean... Sell this, don't need the salamander. And that's the, like, this is 2,500 sell value. So buying this would be 5,000 gold. There is no way in hell that this is worth it. And then goblin flesh. I don't think the goblin flesh does much for us. I think we just, yeah, we already have 3 in a row anyway, so. Still haven't found a 4-leaf clover. Bad luck. Solid oil we can sell, I guess. We'll see if the guy upstairs has mosquito oil. And that'll, like, more or less be that, I think. Bop, bop. Airsoft oil isn't what we want. Dead center oil, no. Division oil, no. Fragile, no. No, no, no. No, no, and no. Oh, actually, bullet velocity oil could be good just because it's a straight upgrade. Yeah, alright. We'll throw this in the... Throw this in the safe, I guess. We don't really have anything else to do with it. This we'll put on the Fisk, I guess, at some point off stream. Anyway. Yeah, I think that's it. We'll be coming back to this game once we get, like, you know, actual content updates and stuff. I know that the... whatever area comes after the forest is coming out soon, so that'll be hopefully pretty cool. This piano is not built like a piano should be built. I guess it's an organ, but I would have to assume that organs also have double blacks instead of just... whatever. Anyway. Thank you all for tuning in. It means a lot to me. As always, if anyone has any raid suggestions, go ahead, drop them in the chat. Otherwise, yeah, that's about it. We don't have a stream scheduled for tomorrow. And we're not having Dungeons and Dragons tomorrow, though. So, I guess I might do a stream earlier in the day and actually finally get, like, content farming started for the Minecraft video. And then, I guess we also have time then to work on the overlay and stream it. So I don't know. There will be at least one stream tomorrow. I don't really expect anything too grand for it. It's just going to be me fighting with the shittiest text editor in the world. But yeah, that's about the itinerary. I'll see you all next time. Have a good one.